Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Leafit Superstars training. Today is a very special training event as we're going to be discussing some massive changes within Leafit and the compensation plan that really is going to affect everybody in some way or another. And I believe it's going to affect everyone in a very positive light. We've had a couple other hangouts recently touching on some of the basic details down into the nitty-gritty. We're going to try and answer all of your questions. I have followed up with some of the guys up in the top there, asked a couple questions myself to get some clarification. So hopefully I can answer most of your questions in an intelligent way and give you a yes, no, or I still don't know. So, so we will go ahead. Looks like we have an awesome crowd today. Really good to see everyone here. So first, let's go over a couple of, I guess you would say, admin stuff real quick. I know people are here for the comp plan, but I wanted to go over a couple of admin stuff just real quick. Our newsletter, which is now has, last time I checked, about 375 people signed up for it. Every time we send out a newsletter, and I did not send out one yesterday, my fault. I have surgery scheduled tomorrow morning. It was supposed to be yesterday, then it was supposed to be this afternoon, and I have been taking some very strong drugs, and it's been basically knocking me out. So I kind of woke up at midnight and didn't get the newsletter out. My fault. But the newsletter has been getting a pretty good open rate among what I would call our people on the fence. Let's face it, Leaf's been around for a while here. We've seen some peaks and valleys. We all know the challenges, and I believe they're overcoming these challenges recently. So that's good. But I'm seeing, I say about 80% of the people who are reading the newsletter are people that don't show up on these calls. For whatever reason, maybe they're working, busy, or they're just kind of like trying to stay informed. And that's really what the newsletter's for, is to keep the business in front of them so they're thinking about Leafit, maybe coming back, working it, and just hanging around. So really, guys, I know it takes a few minutes, but go to, and here, two people now, I won't mention any names, Estelle and Lynn, but they have went ahead and put in their frontline people. But you got to be careful here because you are putting in your front line. It's not those people. You can only put in 10 a day. Let's say, for example, Ken Latimer's who's on this call. Let's say, I don't know how many he has in front line. Maybe he has 20, 10 paid, and 50 free associates. And you should put them all in there. But don't do them all in one day, or you'll get your IP banned. I hope it's only temporary. I'm not sure. But don't do no more than 10 a day. Go in there at, say, 3 o'clock, put in 10. Then tomorrow morning, another 10. And then Saturday, another 10. Till you get all of your frontline people, because that's the only one you have emails for. Don't go 11. Don't go 12. Or you're going to get that little nasty notification from GetResponse saying you've been bad and your IP's been banned from GetResponse, which I believe, and I'm not sure on this, I have no idea because I've asked Lynn and Estelle to let me know if it's only temporary. But so please, this letter, we've got a couple people contributing to it, articles, and it's really getting a lot of favorable responses from people. And I believe it's a great tool to keep your downline informed of things going on and some cool activities going on within the team and Leafit. It has some valuable tips. So it's a great tool for you to use. So please put your frontline people in there. You can do it right from our Facebook group. Up in the right-hand corner, there's a little link. Or you can go to leafsuperstars.com and do that. And I would encourage everyone to take, it only takes 2 or 3 minutes a day, but it will pay you dividends down the road. As soon as you get a free person or a paid one, just put them in there. And let them know if you're communicating with them. I hope they are. But I understand a lot of, excuse me, my doctor. Oh, well.
Go ahead, take it, take it, take
No,
it.
that's all right. Oh,
Appointment.
well, nope, nope. Everyone's here, so nope, nope. Doctor will figure it out, I guess. Uh, I know a lot of the frontline people, when you're talking to them, new ones, you should be communicating with them on a regular basis. But if they came in 5, 6 months ago, you've lost communications because of some of the challenges in Leaf, maybe, or just lost touch with them, whatever the case may be. Still put them in there, and you never know. You may resurrect the dead. It doesn't hurt to try. It doesn't hurt to try. And we're not doing anything in there. We're not trying to sell them anything or bring them into anything else or, whatever. We're just trying to get them to get back with Leafit and start seeing here, because all of those people at one time showed an interest in Leafit. And right now, there's some good things on the horizon. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So just my cause. One other thing I want to show you, everyone, real quick here, and hopefully I can do this. Let me see without screwing up my. I want to show you what we've been working on. Leafit, oops, team site, and then we'll get right to the comp plan, because this has a direct effect on everyone here too, on helping them. Let's see if we can get it up here. Yep, okay. Let me go back to our site and see if we can share it. Okay, Mike, let me know you see this. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, this is the brand new team site. It's not live yet. It will be live Sunday night, early Monday morning. It's scheduled to go live. We're touching up a few things. Here's a little menu bar. It's got a lot of people like the banner. I asked some people. You'll see here's the link to the daily webinar. Some people said they were getting confused between the webinar links and our daily webinar events and the Hangouts. We'll have a link for the team training. It's going to go to one page. If anyone's familiar with the Leafit page right now, the Leafit events page, they go to one page, and then there's the 3 different training events. They got the Monday night call, the Tuesday, I'm not sure what they're calling it, and there was something else they had. Oh, and the daily webinar events. So we're going to use something similar to that format, but when, for example, you guys go into this and click the training, you're going to need a password. The password will be shared. It will be changed every month. This is just to keep the riffraff, as I call them, out from using our training and beating you guys on YouTube and stuff, and that's happening already. It's not going to be super secret. It'll be in the Facebook group. I just asked you guys, try to keep it within the team. And every month we'll change it. And if you ever need to get into the training, this is where our recordings will be. This is where the link to sign up will be. And it'll be something simple like superstars and a couple, an acronym or a number or something just for that month or something. But it'll be password protected. And all the trainings will go into a team site. And everyone will need the password to get in there and sign up for it. It'll be simple to do, but everything we have will be secured, because there's some tools in there we just simply can't share with people outside the group. It's not that we're being malicious or mean to these people, but it's, let's face it, if we help people outside of the group, we're creating more competition for ourselves, and it just makes no sense. So there, you'll see we got a little activity here. This is actually how many people has joined in my downline, 6,600. Some people freak out and say, oh my God, what? Those are free and everybody. Now, obviously, we don't have that many paid. I don't even think the company has that. I know the company doesn't have that many paid. But over the last 18 months, I guess now, we, thanks you guys and everyone's efforts, there has been over 6,000 people, whether came on board free or not, and that's a true number as of July 14th. And we got some little stuff here. We're going to actually put a link for the newsletter right here, and there'll be a link up here that'll say Team Access or Team Site, and you'll click on that. Password will pop up, and you'll be able to get right in there. So this is going to where you'll drive. This will be a link, and these will be the links. So you'll be able to send them to leafitevents.com or send them right to leafitsuperstars.com, and they can pick on the event. This will go, obviously, right to the page where they can go the event page and sign up for a daily webinar, or sign up for one of our weekly hangouts that we have every Wednesday, or in our case, a training. So I'm trying to keep it one central location and give it a little more. This is what they call mobile responsive. It's a responsive website. In other words, it will automatically adjust whether you're on a iPad, iPhone, Android, uh, Kindle, whatever. It's a responsive coding, so it'll look good on a mobile or a mobile device or a phone device. So that's about it for the team stuff. Let's get into the nitty gritty. So let me go back to here so I don't make sure I lose you guys. Let me pull up what's going on here. Leafit.biz. Make sure there's no quick questions. Make sure the chat's enabled. Yes. Okay. Tuesday leadership testimonial. Yes. Tuesday it's called the leadership testimonial / industrial secrets webinar. Basically, they get a few people on there who've been building, and they give some testimonials. Kind of like what we do on Wednesday, except they do it over a phone, and they have the picture of the person. And on our Wednesday call, we actually have the live person here, and that's, we try to show faces. I think it's a little more brandable when people see someone live. But hey, the company's trying to engage in that, and that's cool. So, yes, it was quite unintentional. Lynn said I was telling what I do, honest, and I did not know about the 10 limit. Lynn hit the 10 limit, and she called me asking me about it. I said, well, then don't do no more than 10. Sorry about that. And Estelle kind of went over the 10 accidentally, and she got smacked. So anyway, okay, let's go to.
Good news is it was a temporary smack, right?
It was?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know yet. Okay, yeah, she hasn't.
I'll let Lynn and Estelle type it in if it was temporary.
Okay, Mike, can you see this PDF?
Coming up now, and still loading. Yep, see it now.
Okay. Let's start at the top here. I don't think there's anything above here. Okay, everyone's familiar with the income disclosure statement, basically, and this is a legal requirement. You only make money if you work it. If you sit at home watching reruns with Dancing with the Stars, you won't do very well. That's the short version. The official version is Leafit does not guarantee any success or level of income. It's all based on your skills, your work efforts, and market conditions. Basically, you got to work it to earn it. Everybody should know that. If not, well, you better learn that. Okay, now there's actually, and I guess here's a little difference here. I think there's 5 ways to earn income. They're saying 4. And I can understand why they're not saying the 5th way, which is from advertising, because right now we don't have advertisers. But everyone understands that's the goal of the social media site. When they get 500,000 people, 400,000 people, they're going to have advertisers coming there wanting to advertise. That's natural. And then the folks out there, the associates, will be able to share in that. But right now, there's 4 ways to earn. The 9, and this is new, generation, that's what it stands for, not general. 9 generation unilevel, which is new. They've changed a little bit with the matrix, 3x9, and I'll go over that. 5 generational check match. Guys, this puppy right here, this generational check match, will put you on a beachfront. I'm just going to be honest with you. If you work this program, could be the biggest income from anything in Leafit. That's beachfront money there. That's life-changing money, and it's not hard. It's just simply not hard. I don't know how else to say that to reach that level, but you do have to work it.
Hey, Mike,
go ahead.
Wait for it. It's a big deal, folks. It's a huge deal.
Yeah, and then of course the IT app. Nothing's changed here. 9 levels of e-commerce sales. And folks, when you add these 2 together here, just these 2, I'm not even talking up here. Those 2 there, IT app's down the road. Anyone on this call who thinks they're going to pay their car payment, their house payment, their light bill with the IT app money come even Thanksgiving Day, which is in the States in November or October or December, is crazy. And if you're selling that, you need to stop. You do need to tell them that's going to make money, but I'm here to tell you affiliate sales, for example, if you go on Amazon, I've told people this before, it takes 3 or 4 months for them because you have a refund policy with these stores where you buy stuff. The customer does. And then you got the processing time. When the app comes out, if the app comes out August 1st and someone in your downline buys something August, September, October, November, December, January, you'll see the money in January. That's the earliest you can see the money is in January. The company hasn't mentioned this. I don't know why. Maybe they're afraid you're scaring people. But it is money, and it starts to build up. Don't doubt about it at all.
Maybe they don't know because they haven't done much in the way of affiliate marketing.
And that's probably the case, Mike. But it will build up. January, February, March, it'll start to grow exponentially depending on how many people and how hard you work this. So there is money, a lot of money for those people who build it. So just so everyone understands that. But this right here, the 5-generational check match, that's money in the bank by Labor Day. And then again, for those across the pond, that's this September, August. I mean, that's money now. That's now money. And that could be pretty substantial. So, okay. They're going to be bringing out sales funnels. They have already launched daily opportunity webinars. I would be a little leery still sending them there. I'm just sorry because you don't want them looking for someone else to join. Our webinars are a little more built around the team, talking the inference of the team. They're supposed to be redoing their entire webinars with this new comp plan. We're going to get the PowerPoint, some new videos that they're doing. As soon as we receive them, we'll implement them into our webinar platform. And, of course, there's the Tuesday calls. They've mentioned training webinars, but I don't know about that. Now, this is the free thing that's going to be in the back office. It's called Online Marketing Certification. I don't know what the A stands for, association maybe. But basically, you'll have some training in the back office. They covered this Monday night. I don't want to touch on that too much. But basically, you'll be able to take a training course. How legit it is, how recognized it is, I don't know. It's only one company that's offering the course, and that's Ron Pope's company. It is what it is. Maybe there's value there, but I don't know. But it's free. So, when you take a course like this, whether it's a bogus certificate, I mean, I got a certificate from the Dog Kennels Association of Colchester, and there's 3 dogs involved in that association. They're my dogs. So, but it looks like a plaque. It's something that you can use. It looks impressive maybe when you're talking to people. So it could have some value. But when you're taking the training course here, it could teach you some valuable stuff on how to do online marketing. So there's value in that in itself. Okay, now the money. Because anyone here, let me ask a quick question. Anyone here just to shop online with the IT app? Anyone? Go ahead and type that in the chat. If you're just here to use the IT app and shop online, not make no money, you can leave now because that covers all the tough information you need to know about the IT app. But if you're here to make money, which I assume most people are, then this is for you because there's some money here. There is some real money. Mike Green had a perfect example, he said on Monday Night Call, and I haven't listened to a lot of Monday Night Calls since they had a webinar. I listened to it, and I have been preaching this for 6 months to those guys out there in Coeur d'Alene, and I guess they got their hearing fixed because Mike Green would talk about how he'd go to his hotel meetings, his local meetings that he holds, and he holds them religiously, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 times a week. It was amazing. He'd have 15, 20, 25, 30 people. And he'd talk about how exciting it was to get 2 or 3 people at one of these meetings to sign up. Not for him, but one of his downline people bring him in. And anyway, he'd go home, and his wife, oh, we had a great meeting, honey. It was good turnout. We had 3 new people sign up. And she, oh, great, great. How much money you make? $6. And you just think about it, $6. Wow. You could have made more money recycling newspapers. And that's the truth. It was a long term. It was very long term, and everyone knew that. The problem is most people, while they know it in their head, they couldn't swallow it in their heart. They couldn't believe it in their heart. People are lazy. People are greedy. people are envious and they want it now. The now people, they want it, the now money. They want instant gratification. And Leafit just wasn't a model at that time that was given instant gratification. You got your IT app, which is going to be huge, but that's probably a year down the road before it gets substantial. The Matrix, again, it was going to have to build up. And people were just, they come on after a couple of months, oh my gosh, I'm not making no money, I'm paying $40 out, why am I doing this? They were like a revolving door. We all seen it in our Matrix. So Ron Pope and obviously got them to clear out their hearing canals in their ear and listen to someone who wanted to talk about some money. And now they're talking about associates making money. So 9 generations of Unilevel. It's very simple. Come August 2nd, when you wake up, the sun rises on August 2nd, according to Leafit Management. It's going to be $149 to get started with Leafit. That's the first month entry fee, registration fee, get started fee, fast track fee, whatever you call it. They're not really sure. I've heard them call it 5 different names. So basically, it's going to be signing up with Leafit. It's going to cost $149. Now, a lot of people say, "Oh my gosh, what? That's a lot of money, guys. That's a drop in the bucket." I know 90% of you guys out there have been in another opportunity that paid anywhere from $300 to $500 to get started. So don't start the whining, the crying that the 149 is a lot, because it's simply not the case. You can go look at any other home-based business opportunity, and they're all, if they have any money at all in them, they're more than $149. Okay, it's more than $149. What do they do with that $149? Is they give you back $50, because going out and Billy Moreland, my sponsor, calls it get money, and because you're going out getting people, you're getting them to come in, getting them to information out there and bringing them in. And so the get money is $50 in your pocket, because when you're going out there talking to people, sharing information with people, marketing to people, you are spending time, energy, and resources. And a lot of times people, internet marketers, are driving traffic. And let's see, you spend $100 to buy traffic and you get 5 people to join. Great return for people-wise, but you made $10. Let's see, you spent $100, make $10. That's hard to justify doing it very long. Yes, it'll pay off in a year, but after spending $1,200 and I got, $115, the math was hard to justify to a lot of people. So now you have the get money of $50. And now here where it gets, for example, I'm going to use my example because I'm familiar with my genealogy. Let's just say at the beginning here, I went out and I have gotten 18 people personally sponsored since I joined Leafit. First person I got was Nancy. Nancy came on board. Under this scenario, not the old one, under this scenario, I would get $50 from Nancy. Okay? Then I would go out and talk to Vincent Israel. I'd get $50. Net Valley at $50. Now, when one of those people go out, in this case, I'll use Nancy. Nancy goes out and talks to Mike Donaldson, who is under Nancy. Nancy, of course, would get $50. I would get $10. Okay? Now, Mike Donaldson is excited. He goes out. Mike Donaldson talks to Linda. Mike Donaldson gets $50. Nancy gets 10. I get 5. And you can see it's like a matrix in a way, but a matrix, the 3x9 matrix, is a monthly reoccurring. Everyone understand that? It's a monthly reoccurring. This is a one-time. This is based on the $149. Now, I know a lot of people, before you ask that question, Mike, we came in, today. We came in yesterday. We came in last month, 2 months ago. What, August 2nd comes around, do I have to pay that $149? No. This is for new people coming on August 2nd. If they join August 1st, they don't have to pay it. Okay? So you can see here, let's say, for example, I'll use Leaift. Leaift has 20 people who sponsored. Let's say they're all active. I don't know because I can see some of them are, some of them are not. But Leaift, let's just use he has 10 people active. He has 10 people who are bringing in 3 people a month. Well, those 10 people would get $50. Lee would get $10 from each one of them. Vincent would get $5, and I would get $3 from them. So you can see a lot of little checks. A lot of little checks start coming in. This is basically for the people, and there was a lot of talk about some of the powerhouses above me, side of me. They brought people in, 5 or 6, and they basically stopped because they got their matrix. They were qualified. And so there was no incentive. There was absolutely no reason for them to continue building. The Billy Morelands, the Mike Greens, the me's. But a lot of people, because their matrix was just building, there was no reason to go out there and build, which creates lack of spill for the downlines. Then Nancy comes on board. She reaches a comfort level. Then maybe Lee comes on board, and Vincent, and Anna, and George, and Bob. They all reach a level where they're comfort. There's really no incentive for them to going, so it doesn't get that continue to grow. And that's what they built with the other system, which was a problem. But here, there's incentive for the person who really wants to make a lot of money to go out and continually build. Because the wider they go, you can have 100 frontline people. 100 frontline people, say half of them are bringing in 3 people a month. You can see, and half of those people are building, and half of those, you can see making $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 every 3 or 4 months. By month 5 or 6, if you went out and steadily built by month 5 or 6, you could easily have $3,000, $4,000 a month income just from the unilevel. That's just from the unilevel. So now the next way. Now this one really cool thing here, this is paid out weekly. You get your check the first week. Cutoff is Tuesday. So that was just a couple days ago. You'll get paid this Friday. Guys, you're talking a 72-hour turnaround. That's generally unheard of in this industry. Usually you have to wait a month. So you got a whole week, cuts off Tuesday at midnight, PST. So those are folks on the Eastern Coast, you can even go into Wednesday, 2 o'clock in the morning. And if you get someone in to get started here, you're going to get that check Friday. Now that's instant gratification. That's a huge thing for people, folks. That's huge. Okay. Now let's go down to the change by the, now folks, here's where some of you need to pay attention because this is going to affect you. Some positive, some negative. But you can turn that negative into a positive. This is totally up to you. 3x9 matrix. It's very simple. I'm going to go up with the negative right away. You now need, before, under the old comp plan, 3 people got you fully qualified. Now you got to have 5. If you don't have 5, you are not fully qualified for the matrix. So those of you who only have 3 people who are paying their monthly package and maybe was getting paid on people on your 7th, 8th, 9th level, come August 3rd, you will not get paid on those levels. You got to have 5 monthly paid. And here's the kicker, people. Do not stop at 5, because if that person misses a payment, decides he doesn't want to pay or she doesn't want to pay, sick in the hospital, forgets to pay, whatever the case may be, you could lose literally. If you have, like I have 150 people on my 7th level. If my 5th one doesn't pay, those 150, I have 110 here, it's a substantial loss of income. So I definitely would get at least 6 or 7 before I even think of taking a break and taking a breath. But here's a couple of things that change. That is the first one, 5 people. One person now gets you 3 levels. And this is important. If you get one person and you look at this, just one person, you are doubling your money. You are doubling your money if your matrix fills up. Another thing that changed, and this is another important step, on the first level, we used to get $5. 3 people across equaled $15. First level now is $2. Total is $6. But where they flipped it, on your second level, you now get $5. And this is important because if you know your 3x9, there are a total of 9 slots on your second level. Now, in case of like Mike D here, a lot of his second level and other people's second level has been filled by spill. So this is not hard, especially with the explosion coming. There'll be people filling up their first, second, and third before they even can get their first person. But on the second level, 9 spots, now at $5, not $2, and that's important because 9 times 5 is 45. When you add in the $6 from the first level, the $45 from the second level, bam, you have $51. You are cash positive. So many times people would have some spill on their second level, fill that second level, and under the old system, they were making $36, but paying out $40. Well, I'm not even making any money yet. I got these people, and I'm not, and that was some of the feedback they were getting. So now they are cash positive. And when you think about it, if they just share Leafit with one person a month, they're cash positive because of the $50 get money. Now, once they get the third level filled, and all they need is one person to be fully qualified, they're making dollars total. So they're actually doubling what they're paying on their monthly builders package. Another important thing that they did for those who have some teams built, and everyone here should have some teams here in a few months because the spill is coming, and some people already have seventh levels, is they increased it here by $1. You remember it was $2 all the way down, 2, except for the first and the last level. This was 5 and 9 was 5. Well, what they did is they put another $1 on the seventh level because they've increased it to 5. They've rewarded people for getting that fourth and fifth person, and it's $1. Guys, some people say, well, that's not a big deal. That's huge. That's a 33% increase for that level. 33% increase for that level. If you have 2,000 people, that's an extra $2,000 a month. So there's a substantial amount of money just on the seventh level. You can see here where it hits $8,700. So that's the matrix and the changes. Okay, now let's get into the cha-ching money. This is the beach money. This is the life-changing money, I think. Now I need you to follow me. This is not hard to explain. And I say that when I had a couple of questions and I asked. So let me get a drink of water real quick here. Now follow me. Guys, if you have a pen and paper, let me show you real quick before. Mike, can you see my back office?
Yes, I can.
In your back office, this is everyone's back office, right here. Leafit Comp Plan Enhancements. Right here is the PDF I'm using for everyone on this call so you know where it's at. Under the Share tab, right here under Other Resources, Share tab, very first tab. Okay, so let me go back. Okay, you back to the PDF, Mike?
Yes.
Okay, so now, manager, they bringing back the ranks. We have manager, director, senior director, executive, and senior executive. A manager. Guys, this is a manager level. You bring in one person. Wow. It's not hard to qualify. One single person. Guys, it doesn't get much easier than that. Team volume. A team volume is points. They call it that. I call it dollars. A point is $1. 1 point is $1. So you need your team. For example, I'm going to use my first person I brought in, Nancy. Nancy under here, I recruited Nancy. Okay, bam, I got my one personal. I got that requirement out of the way. Now my team volume needs to be 600. Now I can go out and get in Vincent Israel. Say I go out and get Vincent. Well, Nancy's paying $50 or $49. I'm going to use $50 for math purposes. Vincent's paying $50. Now my team volume is $98. So Nancy brings in 4 or 5 people. Vince brings in 4 or 5 people. Any combination, or just Nancy going out herself, or me going all the way wide across, any combination of 600 points. 600 points is very easy. Let me use my calculator. It's $600 divided by the monthly cost of $49, and we're talking you have to bring in 12 1/4 people. Now, the 12 will be easy. The quarter will be a little hard.
I don't want to be the quarter.
So you need 13 people. Fact of the matter is you need 13 people, and now in your HOT, I need 13 people in my team. It could be partially under Nancy, partially under Vincent, partially me doing something, it doesn't have to be them recruiting it. It could be spill coming in from Billy. There's got to be 13 people below me paying a monthly builder's package in some form or another. Once that happens, I am now a, quote, manager. And here's where it gets a little interesting. Now, for every personal I have brought in, I will get 5% of their matrix, matching matrix. In this case, let's use Nancy, sake of argument. She's getting a $200 matrix check. I get $10. Vincent's getting a $300 check. I get $15. Bob, who I brought in, is getting a dollar. Well, actually, you can't get that low. What's 3 levels? He's getting $6. He's only got 3 people on his first level. $3, 5%, 30 cents from Bob. So as many as my frontline people, so every first generation, as many people have I personally sponsored, and they're getting a matrix check, meaning they're qualified and paid, I will get 5%. It won't come out of their pocket. The company will give me a bonus of 5%. So if I sponsored, in this case, Nancy, for example, Nancy, at one time, she had 20 sponsored. Well, obviously, Nancy's a manager. So from all those 20 people, if any of them are getting a matrix check, she would get 5% of their matrix check. So you can see a little bit of money there. Now, director needs 5 personals. 5 is so simple to do in this program, guys. 5 is the magic number. It gets you qualified for the matrix, plus gets you a director level. Now you need to have 2 managers. The reason for this, guys, is I'll use me. I need to help my people achieve the rank so I can get the next rank. It's teamwork now, guys. Instead of everyone doing their own thing, you have to have people achieve success for you to achieve success. You have to work with your team. If you don't work with your team, you will be in the poorhouse.
Mike, one quick question here.
Sure.
On that, when it says personals, I'm assuming that those have to be currently paid personal sponsors, where they have paid their builder's package.
Yeah, if they're not paying, they don't count.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah, they got to be paying. So I'll be honest, I have 18 people I personally sponsored. Only 5 of them are paying right now. So I'm right here, teetering. If one of them stopped paying, I drop to here. So, okay, now you got to have 2 managers. And managers is just right here. For example, in my case, Nancy probably has at least 12 people in her downline. I know Vincent does, and I know PJ does. So I am good here. $1,500. You do the 49 quickly. 15 divided by 49. Calculator says I need 30 and a half people. So I got to have 31 people. And now what happens is I get 6% from all of my frontline people. 6%. A little bump in pay raise. Where it gets cool, here, guys, here's where you got to sit back and visualize this. Now, every person Nancy brought in, every person Vince has personally sponsored, every person PJ and Bob and Net Valley, every person, any one of my personals is sponsored who are getting a matrix check, I will now get 5%. So if I have 20 personally sponsored and 15 of them have people that are getting matrix checks, I will get 5% from Mike Donaldson is getting a matrix check. Joyce Latimer is getting a matrix check. I'm just naming some people out here. So as wide as that, if I personally sponsored, so I have a whole bunch of personally sponsored, those people start building their teams. Now I'm getting 50 or 60 little checks. But as the matrix grows and their matrix checks grows, so does my bonus checks. Director, senior director, 10 people. I believe this is easily within the realm of everybody on this call. Now, when you go up here, I'm going to be honest. I believe executive, senior executive is going to take a little elbow grease. It's going to take a little bit of effort. But director here, this is achievable by anyone on this call in a fairly short period of time. And what you do is you get a bump on that first. All my first people now, Nancy and PJ and Vincent, I'm getting 7%. Then I'm getting 5% from all of their personal sponsored. Then I'm getting 5% from all of their personal sponsors. This is every month, guys. This is paid out weekly with the matrix. Guys, when you start getting down here, when you start getting in this area here, you're talking some serious chunk of change. Down here, 10%. When you get down here and there's 200, the volume of your matrix with 200 people in your matrix, 200,000 people in your matrix. I don't know what 200,000. Let me see how many people that is. 200,000 divided by 49.
4,000.
A little over. Yeah. There's easily 4,100 people in your matrix. There's a lot of people when you get to here and here. There's a lot of people get some hefty matrix checks, and I'm getting 10%, 10%, 10%, or you're getting 10%, 10%, 10%, 8%, 6%, 7%. So I get here, that means there's got to be 4 people here who's making, and 3 people, and a lot of people here because these people had to have here. So it's everybody has to help everyone in their downline achieve success. And that's what this has done. This is making sure that I help my front line, or if my front line's not going to do it, I go out and find a front line who's going to do it. And guys, we all have deadbeats in our front line. I'm not going to beat around the bush. We all have deadline, and for whatever reason, they've lost the faith, don't want to do it, thinking they're going to get the lotto ticket, or some Nigerian guy is going to send them an email with 12,000 pounds and 12 million pounds, and they're rich because some long-lost cousin left them money. Whatever the case is.
You mean that's not true? That
No.
money I sent, I'm not going to get back?
So for whatever reason, and you'll notice, and then you got to go find someone who's going to work the business. You find a certain people here, you identify them and help them, and guys, you can achieve this. Everyone here on this call can achieve this in the next 2 months. Everybody on this call. Everybody on this call can do that if you work it. And guys, this is a 4 or 5 figure a month income right here. Just a generational check math. I'm not talking here. I'm not talking here. These are additional streams of revenue. Guys, this is huge right here. This is now money. This is the now money. Okay, then you go down to, well, the it money. Guys, people ask me about the it money. I have no freaking idea. But I do know everybody on this call probably has at least 100 friends in Facebook, on average, probably more. And I'm going to use this. I think everyone understands I say 10. Go out and invite. How many people do you think will share pictures on Leafit? I mean, many of you are on Facebook. Maybe you're not beta testing the app, but they're posting some pretty cool pictures. And that's all they do on Pinterest and Instagram. It's a pretty much useless platform, in my opinion, but there's 150 million people who love it, so what do I know? Leafit is doing the same thing. They have a nice picture posting platform. Our case is we can make money in it. So getting 10 people of your friends, your relatives to come on board and just share pictures, this is ridiculously easy. Ridiculously easy. So and people love sharing pictures with their friends, neighbors, and coworkers. So it's going to happen. It is going to happen. The question is, are you going to just get 10, or are you going to skate by? Oh, I got 10 now. I go to sleep and I'm going to go watch reruns. Or maybe you get 20 or 30. But if you went out and just got 10, and I use this example every single time, 10 who gets 10, who gets 10, who gets 10, who gets 10. By your fifth, 6th level, you're at 100,000 people. But let's just say you get 5. But Mike Donaldson, I think you said you have 500 friends, right? Mike, are you still with me? Did I lose everyone? I hope not. Mike? Hello?
Yeah,
We lost.
I'm here.
Ah. How many friends do you have, Mike, on Facebook?
523.
Mike goes out and gets 30 people. Just 30. That's not even 10% of his friend base. He gets 30. And each one of them goes out and gets 10. His second level is now 300. They go out and get 10. His third level is 3,000. They go out and just get 10. His fourth level is 30,000. Fifth level is 300,000. Well, you know what 300,000 times 10 is on the sixth level? That's 3 million people. And I know a lot of people out there can't fathom that. They cannot even imagine that. But can you imagine 10 years ago when you were younger, didn't have the gray hair, didn't have the extra weight around the belly or in the gluteus maximus, and you were sitting in a cafe across from a kid named Mark Zuckerberg. And this is in the twilight zone, as I said yesterday. You're in Rod Sterling's twilight zone. And Mark Zuckerberg's coming up with a new model. Instead of just Facebook, he's going to pay people $1 for every friend you brought in, give you the ability. And now, Mike, how many people would you have brought in? How many people would you have gotten? And Mike has 500 friends. But how many of those people, those 500 friends, have a couple of hundred friends each that Mike doesn't even know?
Right.
And those 200 friends have 100 friends each that they don't know. By the time Mike gets down to his ninth friend, if he actually did a little genealogy, a family tree, if you will, of Facebook, he's in Afghanistan, Russia, Peru, Uganda, talking to some farmer out there that happens to be on Facebook. Folks, the world is tied together like that with social media. So believing that you can't get 1 million people, it won't be overnight. It won't even be this year. But next year, the following year, because you happen to be in the beginning, it's quite feasible that you could have 1 million, 1.5 million people. People who are shopping online, buying something from one of the 19,000 retailers now, and I guarantee you that number is going to increase. So, is there money here? Is there money here? You know, I got to ask that. This is what's going to make us money, guys, is that generational check match. But next month, here in 2 weeks, I have 5 birthdays. I have my niece who lives in Indiana. I have my 2 nephews who live here in the town over from me, my other sister. I have my one sister, and there's another. My birthday. I'm not buying me a gift. I might. But there's 4 birthdays. I got to go out shopping. And when people go out shopping and they say, I got to get some gifts, and they open up this phone and they tap, and they instantly do the shopping and get the lowest price, they don't even think about it. Where am I going to do shopping? Okay, he wants a game. She wants a piece of jewelry. They want a pair of Levi's 501 jeans. And I go here, quickly shop with a couple taps of the mouse. I have it shipping to them because Leafit already has my credit card in there. And I've got the best possible price. I've done it from my couch, as Jabbar said yesterday, I believe. And in 5 minutes, I've shopped for 4 presents, got the best possible price anywhere, and it's being shipped to them. We are going to make a freaking fortune. The people in it early. And there's going to be a convention, and there's going to be people sitting across, and you're going to be in the background, and someone is going to say, oh, my God, when did you come in? Well, I was there in 2000. You were there at the beginning? And one of 2 things is going to happen. You're going to regret that you didn't take advantage of this, or you're going to have a lot of zeros in your bank account. It's not a question if this is going to hit anymore, guys. And I have said if this hits. I have said repeatedly on this call. Have I not, Mike?
Yes.
If this hits, if this hits, if this hits. Guys, I'm not saying if. I'm not saying if. So now, for all of us elite founders out there, we got an incentive in the elite founder bonus. How is this going to change everything? I asked Monday night. They say that 149 is going to go into elite bonus, so you'll get a little bit more. But let's forget about the elite bonus. Let's forget about the old compensation plan. Let's look at Leafit today as a brand new social media platform. You just heard about the app. You don't know all the pits and valleys, all the trials and tribulations. If you wouldn't be excited on this, nothing would. Because how many of you have belonged to an anti-aging? You got to go spread some cream, and supposedly it's going to make you look like a 20-year-old, because it doesn't. How many of us belong to a weight loss program that's going to make you lose 10 pounds in 1 week? I guarantee you, you can eat pizza all day long, and all you have to do is take this one pill, and it's going to make you lose 10 pounds. So what do? I go out and eat a double Whopper, Just go like, well, it says I can. And guess what? At the end of the week, I've gained 5 pounds. And how many of us went out and got these energy drinks, that'll make us run 26 miles? So we stay up for 2 days and then we pass out because it doesn't work. We got to go out and sell our neighbors these things, or we don't really sell our neighbors, so we say the program doesn't work because our neighbors really don't need the product. Everybody, 82% of the adult population on the planet Earth uses social media. They are already using our product in some form or another. So all you have to do is tell them, how would you like to use the product you are now using, but get paid for it? It don't sound like a real hard sales pitch to me, but you have to open up the mouth. You have to engage people.
Hey, Mike, can I make a comment here? In the past, up until this situation arose, 95% of the people in network marketing never made any money at all because you needed a large group to do it. Things have changed. The rules have changed. Now you can give away a free app, automatically practically develop this huge group that you didn't even have a responsibility for because you bothered to show it to a few people. So the rules have really changed. So having 100,000 downline, having 500,000 downline, having even 1 million downline will be something that not only you hear about, but that you'll participate in. And so the rules are totally different now because of the way Leafit has combined social media and e-commerce and network marketing. It didn't seem possible before, but the rules are different. So I encourage you to forget about the past because you will see groups explode right below you if you bother to just show this to a few people.
Right. Let me address a few questions that I'm seeing. Everyone can see my phone right here. This is a Samsung something or another. 4S, 5, no, not the 5S, is a new one.
S4, S3.
S4, S4S, or S4, yes. This is an Android. Guys, I have been in Leafit 18 months. I joined January 6th of 2013. You see this right here? These are gray hairs from Leafit. I like to blame Leafit. But you know what? The 18 months have flown by, honestly. The Android app is going to come out in a couple months. It's not right now. And some people say, well, I can't build it till it comes out. That's, you can wait. I ain't waiting. You can wait because there's videos out there. There are people coming in board now. You have the get money and people can make money. And last week they shot the film for the show, Mike. What was the name of that show?
Enterprises TV.
Enterprises TV. That's going to show in February. There's going to be a flood of people coming on board. And I do mean a proverbial flood of people. They did a radio show, a local radio show, where Lawrence was asked to come on and talk about the app. They had over 75 people join that day, the largest ever in several months, just from a local radio show. They are doing people are going to Leafit. Radio talk shows, radio shows, TV shows are coming to Leafit. They're not going out there asking to be on these shows. They're coming to them talking about it. How many of us has belonged to Herbalife? Me. And let's go with Zeke. Let's go with ITV. These are ones that I can think of. And how many of us has belonged to a network marketing company and we hear the name on TV? And every single time we see our name on TV of the network marketing company we belong to, or the newspaper, or an online article, it's always negative. They're under investigation. They've this, they're that. It's always bad news, and we always wonder how negative it's going to impact us. Guys, here you have a tremendous credibility. The shows, our app is being featured on national television in the U.S. Credibility out the yazoo. So that's huge. Now, how do you leverage this? August 2nd. August 2nd, the sun rises. It's $149. Each one of us on this call probably have several, if not more, people who are free underneath us. Reach out to those people. Reach out to them. Share with them that it's going to cost them $149. I know a lot of people said, well, when the app comes out, I'll get it then. Well, the app is out. It's on the iTunes. It's on the iPad. It's out there. It's being submitted to the iTunes store. But if you want to wait till the iPhone comes out and then it comes out on the iPad, you're going to pay $149. Let's say it comes out in September, like they're projecting right now. Maybe it waits till October. Oh my God, heartbreaking. What am I going to do? You're going to make money and build a team by October. But let's wait till it comes out to October. Now you're going to join. You're going to pay in October $149. If you join today, you would pay August, September, October. You would pay $147. I think $147 cheaper than $149, at least the school I went to. And you would have 3 months of building your team. But what happens if it comes out in September and then you only pay $249? That comes up to $98 versus $149. Guys, you can be making money by then. You can be building a team and have that matrix, those generation check matches in place. There's absolutely no reason, because you can take this Android phone, I can download one of Estelle's videos that she makes, one of Anna's cool little videos, and I can play that little video here and show them what the app does, the little video here on this phone or on my tablet that's a Samsung tablet, if you got a tablet, or you can do it on a computer from someone's home. You don't need an iPhone. What Sergey on here, Saroj, has asked me, what do you think about me going out and buying an iPhone, iPad? I said, why? Just download the video. It works just as well. Folks, that's all you need to do. So let me see. Builder's package. I saw another question. Anna, I know Anna, for example, has paid her builder's package in advance. What's going to happen to those people who paid their builder's package in advance? Nothing. Let's say in February you paid for 12 months, paid up to next February. You are good. You're not going to have to make up the difference, so to speak. You're good to your current builder's package expires. I pay month to month. My current builder's package expires, I think, August 3rd, maybe. So August 3rd, I'm going to have to pay $49. For those who are paying $19, they're going to have to make a decision, in or out, $49 or hit the road, Jack. Sorry, that's the company, and I understand that. If you have paid the builder's package, I think I covered that. No, if you paid the builder's package, guys, none of us on this call, now, let me rephrase that. None of us on this call that are current associates will have to pay the $149. If you're on this call, and we welcome you, if you're on this call and you're a free person, you are going to have to pay the $149 come August 3rd, August 2nd. So it would behoove you to get in there right away, upgrade right now, and you'll save yourself $109, I believe. So yes.
But be clear that if you unless you're paid ahead, everybody will start paying $49 monthly starting in August.
Right. So if you joined today and you came on board and you paid the $40, you would have to pay $49 come August 17th. So somebody is texting me during. Oops. I think this is Billy. I am on a team hangout. He's the one giving us all the information, guys, so bear with me. Give me 15 minutes. Is that? Go ahead, Mike.
Lynn asked a question about, or Estelle did, about geo-targeting. And I know that
I saw that. Geo-targeting, they're coming out with what's called the minimum viable version. Many of you heard Lawrence use that term. Basically means the basic thing that will just work on the phone. Nothing fancy. Geo-targeting is in the works. A lot of stuff is in the work. A lot of you guys may know, heard of Snapchat, and I've talked to Billy about this. They're coming out with video chat, video software. They have a lot of upgrades that will make it as comparable and maybe even a little bit more than the average software social network platform out there. So it just won't be a shopping app. But guys, it's taken them 18 months to get the app out. Let's not expect, the best app in the world with shopping, and it slices the bread, cooks my steak, drives my car, and walks my dog all by next year. I expect that, in the next year and a half, but it takes time to add the features on. Geo-targeting, from my understanding, is one of the ones that they're working on right away because it does have impact. Another one is searching the internet. Instead of taking a picture of this cool little camera here and tagging it and all that, I just want to go out and shop for a Logitech camera, and you'll be able to do that. That's another feature that people have recognized. So you can search for a feature and just go out and find the best price. So they're talking about getting that online. Excuse me, sorry, my apologies. Billy's saying okay. I thought he was saying something else. Okay, we got a lot of questions here. I'm just scanning through these. Please forgive me if I miss it. Anna, the Matrix talking to someone else. Yep. From my understanding, Marilyn's asking about the Android. This is my gut. I have nothing whatsoever to base this on. I want that clear. Terry Bradshaw and that show that we've talked about is going to be shown what is called this fall. In the fall in the United States, for those who don't live in the United States, every TV station or every national TV station shows a lot of brand new shows to get their ratings, to get their audience up, so they can base the advertising on that audience that's watching it. So they come out with new shows. Those rating wars, as they're called, go between September 15th, 19th, all the way up to the first week in November. So somewhere between the middle of September and the first of November, that show is going to show. Now, if you were Lawrence, and I'm basing this on my gut here, and you were Ron Pope and some of the management, and you're going to have all these millions of viewers out there, wouldn't it behoove you to have the phone ready for both Android and iPhone so you can get maximum exposure? I believe they're going to shoot for it, and I know they're talking about it, trying to have the phone out, everything ready by when that show comes out. So I got to think September, October, the Android will be out. Maybe sooner, but that's my gut feeling, Marilyn. That's just my gut. They did talk about it here in a few months. They will be in about 3 or 4 weeks. They'll have some dates. So,
well, and I think that probably relates to geo-targeting too, because they're just going to avoid the question until they can give you a more specific date. But I will comment, Mike, that you and I noticed that when they went from 18,000 plus retailers to 19,000 plus retailers, that we did notice like there was a Japanese retailer there.
Yeah,
I think that to help the people in the UK and Europe and other places around the world, it's our hope and our encouragement that they continue to add retailers from other countries.
Right. Steve has a great question. Can we go ahead and prepay the monthly $40 now? I'll be quiet on that, Steve. I'll let you. I don't know.
Well,
you know what?
I'm a test case because I did it this morning.
You paid monthly in advance several months?
Yes. Actually using money that was owed from January.
Guys, you heard it there. That's all I'll say.
That's a special bonus for you guys listening.
Now, if you're owed money, I have asked for they owe me some money from previous thing, and I'm not complaining about it. It's old news, but I have used that to pay my monthly builder's package. I won't lie. But yes, and I was been wondering if you would do that, and now you heard it. So guys, even if you don't, even if you have a credit card, you're using your credit card, and you know you're going to be here, Mike says you can go ahead and pay 3 months in advance, 4 months in advance. Save $9. Hell, that's, excuse me, French. That's 10% savings. That's a pretty substantial savings.
I put the request in because I've paid it month to month that way before. So I put the request in for the future to use it all up. We'll see what they do.
Okay, so there you go. Okay, but I did it today based on what Mike Green said last Friday. Grandfather is gone forever. I'm not sure what that's about.
They were wondering about grandfathering the $40.
No, everyone's going to pay the $49. Yeah. Barbara, it's just it has to be for the math for everyone to get to $2, $3, $5. It's just that much money is needed to give everyone the money there.
No, so, $19.95, no $40 anymore. $49.
The OMCA program looks awesome. Yes, it does. It's free. It'll be free to everyone.
At least that was implied.
Temporary. Okay, I guess I'm not seeing anything. I'm looking here. There's a lot of chatter. Company has not committed. Yes, I hope you're right, Mike. So if they pay the back pay, do they sponsors get commissions from the back pay? You don't get commissions from what they owe people, Shiroj.
No, I think she's talking about if people in the matrix who have not paid their builder's package, if they catch up and pay several months.
Guys, I don't know if they have to catch up. I'll be honest. We've been told they have, but I don't know that. I suspect that that's not the case. I'll just be honest because the company has not had the best programming. But I'm not going to say one way or another because I don't know of anyone who's been in that position where they would have to make the decision. So right now, what would you need to do? Everyone on this call needs to get a hold of their downlines, especially your first personal sponsored, whether they're free or paid. $149, 2 weeks, guys. Let them know. Now, question came up. If they haven't paid and they want to come back, will they have to pay the $149? That's possible. I would like to see that personally, but I don't know. Because we have been out there paying it faithfully. There should be some penalty in my mind if the person hasn't paid for 3 or 4 months. But I can't say one way or another. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask Billy on the call here, and if I get some information, I'll post that in the Facebook group. That's a good question. But I suspect they won't. The compression is going to happen at the end of, by the first week of September. I've been told that by Billy. They're bringing on a brand new back office that's going to have searchable features, new back office. They're getting rid of their old programming team. This programming team they're bringing on has programmers who are totally dedicated their sole function in life. They're going to a company that designs back offices for all kinds of network marketing companies. That's their forte. That's their expertise. And so it's going to be a whole new look that's going to have a lot more usability because honestly, our back office, in my opinion, has sucked for a long time. You can go into search. You can't search your downlines. For example, Mike Donaldson, I can only see 3 levels. Everyone knows in the matrix. You can't see it's a pain to navigate back there. So it makes it a lot more easier. That's coming.
Concerning compression, if I understand correctly, compression is temporary. A person still maintains their matrix position even if they haven't paid and they get hit with compression that month.
And not 100%. They're tossing that back and forth. Guys, you need to pay. That's if you're going to make this business work, $40 a month to run a business. I don't know how many people out there ran a business, did a brick and mortar business, but every brick and mortar business I know, the first day they open up, most business owners don't make any money for the first 2 to 3 years. They're negative. Guys, you can get a business here for $40 a month and pay your business expense and build this. If you're not building it, it's no one's fault but yours. Now, in the past, I will not deny it. It was a challenge to build it. You go out there, do some advertising, do whatever you want. Come on in. Oh, my God, this is exciting. You make $2, and the app will be out, Yeah, I'm sure it'll be out by 2020. You had a conceptual art on the board, no real date. We knew that they were always moving the dates. They changed dates more than most people change socks, and that was the truth. Negative, bad, whatever. That was the truth. Now we got some hard information out there. It's out there. It's marketable now, guys. It's absolutely marketable. And if you want to engage, now's the time. Because I'm telling you, Mike has seen it, Anna Burton has seen it, other people have seen it. There are people outside of our team using my training, and they are killing it right now. They are killing it on YouTube. They're killing it on Google using the training I shared with you guys. They are killing it. One lady brought in 27 personals, and she just joined the first week in July. 27 personals. I didn't say team. I said personals. No one on this call, Juan included, has 27 personals.
Well, and I think she had no baggage. She didn't have that past 18 months that she was letting affect her. She just saw it for what it was, and went out and did it.
Yeah, and that's what we need to go out and just do it. So, guys, it's up to us. Find people who are going to work. Help them. Don't get stuck by the people who are not going to work. Don't let them drag you down, slow you down. Help the people who are working it, and let the people who are not working it catch up to you. That's my advice. That's how I'm going to look at it. Everyone on this call is more than welcome. I will help you if you're working it. If you're not working it, sorry, you're going to go back to the end of the line when I can get to them. That's the way a business works. So, guys, I know everyone on this call, you guys are interested in it because you came to the call. And my hat's off to every one of you. Every one of you can be that senior director with 10 personals here by September, and you got some zeros in that paycheck. You got a couple of nice zeros in that paycheck. There's absolutely no reason. Is it going to happen? Could you do something 1 hour a week? No. You're going to have to work it consistently and steady. It's not going to have to be 8, 10 hours a day. But you know what? I don't know if you can see my desk over here. It's a little cluttered. But organizing stuff on my desk, wiping my desk down, fixing my cameras, that's not working the business. Going on Facebook, chatting to people, that's not working the business. Reading emails, that's not working the business. What's working the business is calling people, doing lead generation, going out there, generating leads, and following up with people who are interested in coming into the business. Ask yourself, and this is what I'm asking myself, and my answer is you got to be honest with yourself. What did I do today to grow my business? If my answer is I dusted off my desk, I can guarantee you my business is not going to grow. If my answer, well, I went on Facebook, I searched all the groups about dogs and fish and parties and whatnot, I guarantee you my business is not going to grow. And today, I have not done anything to grow my business. I can guarantee you tomorrow I will do something, and today ain't over. I will do something every day to generate leads for my business. Talk to people, engage people, invite people. We have the Hangouts. We have the daily webinars. The company has daily webinars. There's absolutely no reason under the sun that you can't build this. You're giving away a free app on a social media platform that 82% of the adult population already uses. You don't have to sell them on using social media. You don't have to sell them on using a free app. It's the perfect business. I think Mike Donaldson has said that in several of his videos. This is the perfect business. The only one that will hold us back is ourselves. So that's it, folks.
Hey, Mike, can I one last comment?
Yep.
Something that I did with free affiliates and unpaid associates that I have in my group that I think you'll find useful. I would totally recommend that if you have a method of calling them or talking to them directly, that's your first priority, is to rather than sending an email or something. But if for whatever reason you don't have any other option other than I mean, you can't Skype them, you can't call them on the phone, you can't do anything else other than email them, I would strongly recommend that you make a personal video that you attach to the email with a note in the headline that basically says personal video from for you from whoever you are. So please open and watch. Just in an effort to try to get them to interact with you a little bit, so that it's a bit more personal than just written words in an email. So if you absolutely can't talk to them via Skype or on the phone because there's just no way to reach them, I'm recommending a video of some type because it just makes it more personal.
Yep, great point, Mike. Great point. Make a video, and you know, how many of us have, the most we have is 30, 40 total free people. 30 seconds of video, guys. It's not hard to do.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot, everyone, for coming. We'll have another hangout tonight. If you see some of your team members, I left the audience here. You can see who is here. Get them on the call. Get them involved. Get them working it. there's money on the table. Thanks a lot for everyone for coming, and we'll see you on the
We'll,
next call.
we'll be back tonight.